If you're a student or a working professional, the experience of using a thin and light laptop is unparalleled. I should know I cannot live without one. These laptops are definitely easy to carry around, but they have enough and more grunt for everyday tasks. Whether you're writing documents, for basic video editing, for photo editing, and even for some casual gaming on the go. And if you're planning on buying one of these thin and light laptop, machines with the Intel Evo badge of honor are your best bet. What is this Intel Evo, you ask? Well, I'll explain. And while I'm at it, I should also recommend the best Intel Evo laptops available for under Rs 60,000 in Flipkart's Big Billion Day sales. And also recommend a couple of 2-in-1 creator level machines while I'm at it. Now, like I said, these laptops are available in Flipkart's Big Billion Day sale that starts on October 8th and goes on until October 15th. And if you're a Plus member, then it starts a day early on October 7th. And by the way, do watch this video till the end because I have some special offers for our Trakin Tech English viewers. And also note that this video is made in collaboration with Intel and Flipkart. Alright, without wasting any more time, if you're here for the very first time, I'm Ashad, you're watching Trakin Tech English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. Now, if any laptop has the Intel Evo certification, then it assures buyers that brands are following certain high standards set by Intel. So every laptop will definitely be thin and light, and some may even come with a 2-in-1 form factor. But that's not it. Apart from this, an Intel Evo laptop needs to have these checkboxes ticked more or less. Firstly, it should be able to wake up from sleep in less than 1 second. It should have a fingerprint sensor, face recognition, or Bluetooth phone proximity recognition. But more importantly, it should have 11th, 12th, or 13th gen Core i5, Core i7, Core i9 processor with Intel Iris Xe graphics. Certain laptops could also come with an optional Intel Arc or a discrete GPU as well. They should have a full HD display, precision trackpads, and a backlit keyboard too. Also, the user should be guaranteed 9.5 hours of minimum battery life and USB Type-C fast charging as well. They should support Wi-Fi 6E, but more importantly, they should also support Intel's Connectivity Performance Suite 2.0. Now, if this is ensured, most of these laptops can do intelligent Wi-Fi connection management. They should have at least one USB Type-C port with support for Thunderbolt 4. And finally, premium high-fidelity audio codec/speakers and microphone tuning as well. But one thing's optional, these laptops could have a user-facing 1080p 30fps webcam. Some of them have 720p webcams. By the way, fun fact, that new Intel Unison app that lets you connect your iPhone or Android phone seamlessly to a Windows laptop and lets you actually take calls, send messages, get notifications, and even transfer files or photo is available only for Intel Evo machines starting from 12th gen. So now that we have clarity on Intel Evo laptops, let's get down to our carefully curated list of the best Intel Evo machines that are available during Flipkart's Big Billion Days sale. So almost all of the laptops that I'm recommending in this list are available for under Rs 60,000. They have no cost EMI options and they have extra product exchange discount values as well. And of course, like I said, there are a couple of 2-in-1 laptops that are above 60,000, but they're definitely worth your consideration. Now note that there are some terms and conditions that apply and the prices may vary slightly, but they should be around this ballpark, and the prices that I am saying are so tempting that I am actually planning on buying one. No kidding, really. So let's get started with my favorite laptop in this list, the ASUS VivoBook S14 OLED. Now this machine has a Core i5 12500H 12th gen chip, which is clocked at 2.5 GHz. So it has 4 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores with a max turbo frequency of 4.5 GHz. Now if you're not aware, the H in the nomenclature actually indicates that this is a high performance CPU for laptops. It also comes with Intel's Iris Xe graphics, 16GB of LPDDR4X RAM, and 512GB of NVMe SSD storage. And out of the box, you get Windows 11 Home pre-installed, and most of the machines in this list do offer Windows 11 as well. And by now, you're all aware of all the cool features that are available in Windows 11. You've got widgets, you've got snap layouts, you've got a redesigned settings app, you've got multiple desktops, and more importantly, a better app store as well. Anyway, coming back to the S14 OLED, the main reason why I like this laptop is that display. It's a 14-inch 2.8K resolution OLED display with 90 Hz of refresh rate. You've got 600 nits of peak brightness and HDR support as well. And to round out the multimedia experience, you get Harman Kardon speakers too. You get a 720p webcam with a privacy shutter, backlit keyboard, and a 70 watt-hour battery as well. And like I mentioned, you need to have support for Thunderbolt 4, so you've got 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, one Type A USB port, one HDMI 2.1 port, and a 3.5mm combo audio jack as well. And all of this is packaged in a light 1.5 kg form factor. So the VivoBook S14 OLED is going to be available for about 55,000 rupees during Flipkart's Big Billion Days sale with 6 months of no-cost EMI. And if you have a laptop for exchange, you can get up to 19,000 off as well. And come to think of it, if you're a coder, this laptop would be perfect for you. My next recommendation is the lightest laptop in this list. It's the Samsung Galaxy Book 2 Pro, and it weighs under 1 kilogram at 0.87 kg. This machine has a Core i5-1240P processor clocked at 1.7 GHz and with a max turbo clock frequency of 4.4 GHz. It's got Intel Iris Xe graphics, 16 GB of LPDDR5 RAM and 512 GB NVMe SSD storage as well. You get Windows 11 of course, but you also get a 13.3-inch Full HD AMOLED display, but more importantly, you get AKG tuned speakers with support for Dolby Atmos as well. There's a backlit keyboard and a 1080p Full HD webcam as well. But most importantly, it's got a 63 watt-hour battery. Considering its size and weight, that's very, very good. As for the port situation, you've got your Thunderbolt port, you've got two USB Type-C ports, you've got a HDMI port, you've got a headphone jack, you've got a memory card slot as well. And all of this for under rupees 57,000 during Flipkart's Big Billion Day sale. Same 6-month no-cost EMI and 19K off on product exchange. Another thin and light laptop that is definitely worth considering and more affordable compared to the Samsung and ASUS options that I've mentioned till now is the Acer Swift 3. This one also has an Intel Core i5-12500H processor clocked at 2.5 GHz with 4 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores, and like I mentioned, the max turbo frequency is 4.5 GHz. It's got Intel Iris Xe graphics, 16 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, 512 GB NVMe SSD storage as well. Now this one also has a 14-inch 2.8K OLED display with a peak brightness of 400 nits, which is not as good as the Asus, but it's still there. You've got stereo speakers, 1080p Full HD webcam, and a backlit keyboard as well, which is standard. The battery on this is smaller at 57 watt-hour and it weighs about 1.4 kilograms. And like I mentioned, all of the requisite ports are also here as well. So the Acer Swift 3 is going to be available under 52,000 rupees with the same no-cost EMI offers and product exchange offers as well. Now my final Intel Evo laptop recommendation under rupees 60,000 before I move on to the 2-in-1 category is the Lenovo Yoga Slim 6. What I've noticed with Lenovo machines is that they're generally very good, very powerful, and I've noticed that many people do get good service as well in India, and they're very popular too. And again, these are perfect for regular office goers and sometimes even students. Now this one's got a Core i5-12540P 12th gen processor clocked at 1.7 GHz. It's again 4 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores. And you know, all the laptops I've recommended in this list have Intel Iris Xe graphics, 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of SSD as well. Of course, there's Windows 11, a 14-inch 2.2K IPS display. It's not an OLED display. And the peak brightness is 300 nits, but you do get support for Dolby Vision. There's stereo speakers, 1080p Full HD webcam, a backlit keyboard. Staples are all present. It's got a 65 watt-hour battery, 2 Type-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, 1 USB Gen 3.2 port, 1 HDMI port, and of course a combo audio jack as well, a 3.5mm jack. Now this laptop, what I like about it is that it's even lighter than both the Asus and the Acer options at 1.35 kilograms. Now the price for the Yoga Slim 6 would be under 57,000 rupees during Flipkart's Big Billion Days sale. Now moving on to the convertible 2-in-1 category, the first laptop that I want to recommend is the HP Envy X360. It has a flexible 360-degree hinge, which means that the display can actually turn around completely like this. It's got stylus support as well. So if you're somebody who's a graphic designer, imagine just turning that into a tablet and then using the stylus to actually, take your notes or, make your drawings as well. Now this machine has a Core i5-1230U processor. It's got 10 cores and 12 threads. And with Intel's Turbo Boost technology, you can go up to 4.4 GHz. This is not the most powerful processor in the list, but this is good enough for the creator machine. And again, Intel Iris Xe graphics, 16 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 512 GB NVMe SSD as well. So this one has a 13.3-inch display. It's a 1920 by 1200 display, and it's got a touchscreen support as well, of course, and there's support for HP rechargeable active pen for creators. What I do also like is that you've got Bang & Olufsen speakers and a 5MP camera for the webcam. Of course, there's backlit keyboard, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, 2 USB Type-A ports, and a combo audio jack. Now this laptop weighs about 1.32 kilograms and it has a 66.5 watt-hour battery. So if you're a creator, if you're a graphic artist, or somebody who loves to draw or even take notes with a stylus and stuff, then this laptop would be perfect for you. So the HP Envy X360 is available for 72,900 during the sales. By the way, I'm curious, how many of you actually use this 2-in-1 form factor in your daily life, and how do you use it? Do you actually find it useful? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. The final recommendation in this list, and yet another 2-in-1 laptop, is the aptly named ASUS ZenBook 14 Flip, and this one is a beast in terms of specs. It's got the most powerful Intel Core i5-12700H chip on this list. It's clocked at 2.3 GHz, but it can go to a max turbo of 4.7 GHz. There are 6 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores, that's 14 cores in total. Of course, it comes with Intel Iris Xe graphics, there's no dedicated GPU, but you've got a 16 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, 512 GB of NVMe storage as well. But this laptop is again a display beast. 14-inch 16:10 aspect ratio 2.8K OLED display, 510 nits of peak brightness, Pantone validated HDR certification. ASUS is really doing a good job in terms of specs for value. And unlike the other ASUS laptop in this list, it's a touchscreen display with stylus support and up to 4096 pressure levels as well. You've got fingerprint login, you've got ASUS number pad 2.0 and a backlit keyboard as well. The only thing is it's a 720p HD webcam, it's not a full HD one, but you've got a privacy shutter and it has a 63 watt-hour battery as well. And all of this within a light package of 1.4 kilograms. This one's really interesting. Now this machine will be available for discount under rupees 79,000. It's of course the most expensive one in this list, but also the most powerful one with the most number of features as well. So yeah, the price is justified. And of course, you've got 6 months of no-cost EMI and 25,000 off on product exchange as well. So I'm sure this list must have been helpful for you to make a purchase decision if you're in the market for a thin light machine. And honestly, these are some of the best prices that I've seen on Intel Evo machines in a long time, and that's available during Flipkart's Big Billion Day sale. Alright, coming to the special surprise for Trakin Tech English members, you do get an additional extra 1,000 rupees off. So which one are you considering? Do let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.